is good, CGS family? Your boys are back. We missed you, and I missed them. And we are here for a special presentation to show our love and passion for Air Max. So this is called CGS to the max.
You're gonna put fireworks there or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. We're putting fireworks there right now.
Yeah.
And
And down there too. Yeah.
Air horns and everything.
Yeah.
oh, air horns for sure. But we just wanted to show you guys our love for Air Max. And I had a few questions to ask my brothers. Are you guys ready?
Not really, man.
It's gonna be tough, man.
know,
Like
man.
I struggled, man. When I was thinking about these questions, I was like, I probably shouldn't ask, but I will.
It's literally like you woke up one day and you're like, I'm gonna ask these guys what the meaning of life is, and we're just gonna record it. Like it's not like these are not easy questions here.
No, this is it. This is the meaning to Air Max in our lives,
Literally,
guys.
yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
First
Why do you
question.
exist?
Exactly.
What drew us to Air Maxes? I'll give you guys my answer first so you both can think of yours. And mine was literally the technology, man. When I first found out about Air Maxes and how there was an air bubble in a shoe, I was just like, yo, that must be the most comfortable thing in the world because I've never experienced it. And when I bought my first pair and put them on, it was true. They were the most comfortable thing in my collection at that time. And plus, you could see through it and just the different colorways and just, man, Air Maxes, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know, man. Doggy, what about you, bro?
It's a really tough question. Obviously, we're starting off with well, there's only 3 questions, but this is definitely top 3 hardest questions.
Straight up.
Man, it's a tough question because like I wasn't initially into Air Max when I started collecting sneakers. I got into shoes later than both of you guys. So I was the late bloomer of the 3. I was initially into Dunks, and there's no Air in Dunks. There was Zoom in the Dunks that I was buying, but not Air. Obviously, I worked at Foot Locker, so I knew about Air Maxes, but not like that. And it was actually like the people that I worked with, so Alvin and other people at the Foot Locker that I worked at, that were teaching me about Air Max. That would like we would go to S'il vous plaît, and that's where I got like some of my first Air Maxes from S'il vous plaît. And it was just like it was the connection that I drew from people that I looked up to and worked with and respected, and that were my friends. And this sneaker and this technology, and it's literally like opened doors and showed me a whole ton since then. So it really started like with that. Like I was just a young impressionable kid, and Alvin was like, yo, Air Maxes are sick. And I was like, I bet Air Maxes are sick.
Oh man, Kuya Joel, the OG. What about you, Kazo?
Man. All right, so like back in the day, in my day, we used to reach like jams and stuff like that. And at that time they would be at like church halls, and it'd be like underground shit, like like turntables and everything. So there was like this one group of b-boys out there, and they're called Bag of Tricks. And this one
Jeez.
dude named Flex, he was dancing, he was just like killing it on the dance floor. And then my eyes just glued to his shoes, like, what are these shoes, like, you know what I mean? And it ended up actually being the infrared 90s.
Oh,
When I saw them, I'm like,
Nice.
yo, what the hell is that? Like, that's what all I kept looking at. And like when he was done, everybody would just be like, neck broken and everything, just checking out his kicks. And from that point on, like, that I was just hooked from there. I just needed to know about the shoe. And then that's when the whole Air Max, not Air Max, Air Max Revolution came, and all that stuff, like the commercials and whatnot. And then that's when I was just like, eyes open, like deer in headlights kind of thing. And at that point, I was just hooked, like Air Max ones all day, like, you know what I mean. And it was just that point on that it just blossomed to like what it is now.
jeez. I wish I saw
Yeah.
someone breakdancing in them. I just saw them on
Yeah.
like
Right?
those like forums and stuff. I'd be scrolling through because I was like
Mm.
heavy Dunk Jordan head, and I was like scrolling
Mm.
on. I probably Soul Collector, Nike Talk, whatever. And then I just seen people start posting like 90s. And then the first one I saw, like you, it was infrared 90, and I was like, yo, that color is crazy.
Yeah.
That shoe is crazy. Air Max, like what? And then
It's crazy.
that's what broke it for me, man. But Man, I wish I saw someone breakdancing.
That's
Damn.
part of it though, right? Because like that's how you got into it, and then like for me, it was like super into dunks and SBs, and like the stories with dunks and SBs is what drew me to dunks. It's like
Yeah.
all these shoes have themes. It's so cool, and Air Max really parallels. Well, they parallel each other in the sense that they all have really good like theming and stories. A lot of the collaborations and like classic pairs. So it's just like that's always a no brainer for me.
Oh man. Same.
Man,
Jeez.
for real.
We're just gonna
Now-
gush about Air Maxes
Now
for 31 days.
that's what it's gonna
Oh my-
be. And every video you see for
Yeah.
CGS to the max is gonna be us gushing about Air Maxes and how much
Yeah.
we love them.
Mhm.
So now we're gonna go way back and try to remember or recall our first ever Air Max purchase. So my initial thought for my first purchase was totally wrong because I found a pair that was older than the first pair that I bought, which was the Infrared 90 History of Air that I bought kind of like used. But then I was looking through like my kicks and realized that these were the first pair of Air Maxes
Mm.
that I bought
Nice.
initially, and they were on sale. I remember it was probably like my first or second paycheck at Foot Locker at Walmart, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go on lunch. I'm gonna go to Foot Locker, see what it is." I think I was initially looking for a pair of Jordans, but they weren't there, and honestly, I didn't get paid that much, so I was like, "Yo, I need to like get something on sale," and these caught my eye, and yeah, man. Like apparently I bought these in 07
Damn.
and yeah, bro. And then after that it was just like a landslide of Air Maxes after that.
Yeah.
Doggy, can you recall your first purchase of Air Maxes?
I can, yeah. And once again, it was a bunch of people telling me something was cool and I should buy it when I was young and impressionable. So I do remember, and I still have them as well. And I have the box because I couldn't remember the date, and I was like, oh, perfect. Foot Locker puts launches on their boxes.
Yeah.
So there it is there. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
2010.
2010. What is that? July 24th, 2010. And it
Memories.
was the infrared Air Max
Yeah,
90.
boy.
Nice. Nice.
So once again, it was like everybody at Foot Locker being like, yo, infrared 90s are coming back. And I'm like, cool. That sounds so cool. What is that? I don't know what that is. And they're all like, they're so cool. Like the colors, the history and everything. And I was like, down, like color, history, done. Perfect. That's right up my alley. This is back in the days when there was pre-orders at Foot Locker. So this was one of the, and something that really caught my attention was this was one of the only non-Jordan shoes that we ever did a pre-order for.
Yeah, man.
I was like, okay, they must be pretty special. So I should like do my research and get into this a little bit. And yeah, man, first ever Air Max. I would kill these. Like you can't tell because I took really good care of them. For an 11-year-old shoe, they look really good. But
Yeah.
I would kill these in the summertime with like a Hollister t-shirt that was too small and like a pair of cargo shorts from like Champs or something. Man, I would have like
And a size 8 fitted that
and a size
doesn't
8
fit your head
fitted.
anymore.
Yeah, sitting on the top of my head. That was the wave. So yeah, Air Max 90 infrared was my first pair of Air Maxes.
Oh my
Not a bad start.
Nice.
Kuya Joel, what was your first purchase of Air Max, if you recall?
All right. Speaking of infrareds, I'm gonna take. This is the sock liner. if
Yo,
you
let's
guys know
go.
it. It's the 05 History of Air. Like you can still see, like it's starting to fog up a bit. I don't wear these anymore just because I'm scared it's just gonna crumble on me. But yeah, man, these are my very first pair from like 05.
They're super clean, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I don't wear them, bro. I don't wear them. But yeah, that's mine right here.
Oh my
Infrareds again,
God.
yo.
Infrareds
Infrareds
again.
Yep.
Okay, now for the absolutely most horrible idea of a question from me, and I apologize to you guys in
To
advance.
start the month too. Like this
I
isn't even
know.
like the end of the month when we've had time to build up to it. He's like,
No,
boom, right
man.
away.
We got to start it off strong, and I know all of us have some serious bangers. We got to do our top 3
Top 3.
within our collection as of right now. We'll start off. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this is in absolutely no specific order.
Yeah.
Because all my top 3s are number 1s. I'm sure it's the same for my brothers
they
here.
change all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll just go with our first within the top three. And mine are the
Oh yeah.
112s, 112s. I mean at 3M, like I can't see it now, but that 3M he just hits that pop of Vault, that Vault outsole, and just the whole like the elephant print, like yo, DJ Clark can't kill this. And I am so thankful to NetMag for selling me these. This is the first of the top three. Doggy, what's yours, brother?
This is so stressful. All right, I'm gonna start with these ones. I realized all mine are Air Max ones. I don't know if you guys is the same or not. Actually, probably not. But this is my first one. Air Max 1, the 6.
Oh,
Hard to see the whole detail of it. Just an all around like a great shoe, man. Toronto based, like designed by a Canadian, like just really cool. The details, like you have the compass on the back with the N for north, TO on this one, the 6 on the other one, the CN Tower on the insole, if you can see it or not. The maple leaf on the tongue. I added this after, which is like a YYZ Dubray.
crazy.
The whited out air bubble to signify like a salt stain, like just a mini swoosh. Like, come on, man. Like these have everything. They check all the boxes. I have a really cool pickup story. Like I got to line up for them. They have a really cool backstory. They only ever released officially in Toronto, which is really cool. And then all the other pairs were shredded after that. So just such a really cool shoe. Means a lot to me just based on like backstory and pickup story alone. So yeah, these are staying forever. I feel like we might see one of these from Joel, but in a really much cooler version than mine. But so I'm glad that I went first. But yeah, Air Max 1 the 6 is my first of the top 3 of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was. You'll see. Okay, never mind. Kuya Joel. Let's see, bro. Let's see.
Okay, so speaking of Air Maxes,
speaking of Air Max,
here's mine here.
Oh yeah, buddy.
It's the 07 Atmos joints right here, the elephants. Yeah, man. Little backstory here. Back then, I was able to get them for like a discounted price at a livestock, but I couldn't. I didn't have the funds for them. Like at that time, I was saving money for our wedding. And like I was super tight, and I couldn't, and I had to pass up. So fast forward like maybe 5 or 6 years later, one of the homies hits me up. There was a pair that went up on Facebook, and the price was right. He vouched for me as being like like an Air Max head, and he helped me out with the price and whatnot. So I was able to get my hands on them, man. So, but yeah, here's one of my top, I don't know, top 5, top 3, whatever. But yeah, the 07 Atmos right here.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like there might be, just a forewarning to all the viewers, there may be some repetition here.
Yeah, for sure.
Disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right. So my next pair was so graciously sold to me by one of the homies from the US of A, MD Kovacs. And it was so amazingly restored / soul swapped by the very, very good homie Kanatsky. And it is the Air Max 1 Safari. When I purchased them from Matt, like he already told me the midsole was kind of messed up. But man, again, we talk about this guy all the time, but Kanatsky did an amazing job. And honestly, they're DS. I mean, I wore them a bunch of times, but to me, in my heart, they're DS. And I'm going to wear them continuously even more now this month. But this is my number 2 within my top 3. Lawrence.
All right. Well, at the risk of sounding redundant here, I have a different story. I'll show you the box first. So this is the box that I have for this sneaker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This is the family and friends box. I don't think there's anything fun inside the box. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna double check. No, nothing that interesting. Just the shoes. But yeah, so the year that the shoe, I'll show you the shoe. So this is the shoe. It's the you all know the Air Max One Atmos Elephant. There's a bunch of dirt and shit on the bottom because I do wear them quite often. But Atmos Elephant from the Vote Back program, the first ever Nike Vote Back program that they did for Air Max Day in 2017, 2018 or something like that, maybe 2018. But this was a cool year, man, because I was working a lot with Nike that year. That's when they did the Air Max Bus in Toronto. That's when they did the Sneak Easy in Toronto. So that was like a really, really big year for sneakers and Air Max in Toronto. Man. And I guess we can say his name now. The homie Curtis, who was with Nike Sportswear at the time, was like, yo, honestly, like, you've been working really hard, doing a lot of good stuff with us this month. And the crazy thing about this was I was actually working at the time. So I was working directly with Curtis on the Air Max bus. I believe we were actually outside of Community 54, if I remember correctly. And Curtis comes up to me and he's like, yo, there's something waiting for you when you get home from work today. I'm like, and this is at like 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like I'm working there until 6.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, oh, I'm so amped. I'm super excited. And every time I would check my phone throughout the day, I'm checking in like, Mayor Hardy Girl is getting a pair of Air Max One Elephant. I'm like, oh my God. And then whoever else gets it, I'm like, oh my God. Like, am I going to get this when I get home? I get home and like, honestly, like just snapped. Like I was so excited. Elephant print is my jam. And, you know, obviously the family and friends box is dope. But like, again, the story is a recurring theme here. And like the story of just, you know, working with Nike a lot that month and feeling rewarded and like that my, hard work was valued was just dope. So yeah, that's a pair that's never leaving and super excited. So yeah, top 2 in the top 3 for now.
Yeah.
For today.
Queen Joel, let's go, bro. Let's go.
Oh man. Okay.
I want to see.
So here we go. This is like one of the top ones. Speaking of Kanatsuki, Bios right here. We did the midsole swap on these as well. But yeah, man. Vios all day, top 2 or top 3, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man. Right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Stressful.
Let's go.
Well, since everyone else showed the shoe, I might as well do it too.
Yeah,
obviously, this has to be in my top 3 at least. This is probably my top 3 forever, not just for now. Same pair as Lawrence's, the 2017-2018 pair. I didn't get them that year though. But because I talked about them so much on my feed on the pod, the very good friend of the show, Troy Alexander, hit me up and was like, yo, I heard you like the Air Max One Atmos Elephant Prints. And I was like, hell to the yes. And he's like, yo, I'll hook it up with a good price. And then I was like, dope. And he's like, yo, and if you want, you can pay in installments. I was like, what? Even doper. And the epic delivery that he like gave them to me was at Shoe Hall 2 Hall during our like what is it, like after party or whatever.
Yeah.
And man, he walks in, has the shoe. I honestly forgot he was coming. Like I knew he was coming, but I forgot he was gonna bring these. And he just gives me the box. And he's like, open them. I was like, oh shoot. And I had to change into them right away. You already know. Quick on DS. And bro, thank you so much for giving me those shoes. Like I love them. I just love them. All right, Larry.
It's the stories for me, man. It's the stories for me. Honestly, it's the stories for me. Like every shoe is just a piece of rubber and leather, but like it's a story. For me, it's always the stories. But yeah, I've talked about this shoe at length. I think it's still criminally underrated. So I apologize if everyone is like just tired of me talking about it, but I'm going to continue talking about it. This is the box. We've all seen the box before. I've shown it a million times.
I love it.
Air Max One, Susan.
Oh my gosh.
Air Max Susan, whatever you want to call it. Materials, quality, execution, theming, like everything, man. This shoe is everything. This shoe is beautiful. It's busy and like low key at the same time.
Yeah.
You can wear this with like all white. You could wear this with a suit.
Anything.
Like you can wear this with anything. Like it's so clean, so cool. It's everything and nothing all at the same time. And I still haven't seen the movie. For anybody who's keeping track,
Oh,
still haven't seen the movie. But man, this is such a good shoe. Every time I look at it, I fall back in love with it. And just Air Max
Bro.
1, Air Max Susan, Air Max 1 Susan, whatever you want to call it. That is top 3 and top 1 in the top 3 for now, in the top of the tops for me.
Man,
Top of the top.
every time you show those, I just want them even more than I ever did.
Just man, like I feel weird calling like a $400 to $500 shoe underrated, but I just feel like it should be on the same level as something like this. Obviously not in history, but like quality, execution, materials. Like I think that this is more
they killed it. Yeah.
than a $400 to $500 sneakers, and that's entry level in terms of resale now. Like $400 or $500, some shoes retail for that.
Yeah,
like those weird Reeboks with the split toe, the Mason Margiela. Those are $400. You could go get those, or you could get a pair of these used.
No, I'm getting the Susans for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I mean when I say underrated.
All right,
I digress. My rant is over. Go ahead, Joel.
The OG Air Max head, Kuya Joel. Let's see, bro.
All right, so backstory of these ones. They ended up being from a trade. I traded a pair of metallic foam posits, red metallic foam posits for these. And I don't know who won the trade on these, but I got these. I was like, yo, give me those, man.
Oh
like,
my god.
Oh, bet. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, man, shout out to Peter, yo.
Peter.
You like really messed up.
Yeah.
Fucked up, Peter.
Peter,
yeah,
you
man.
fucked up.
Yo, I love that kid, man. I remember he's such a good kid though, bro. But damn, Cuzzo.
That shows you how big foam posits were.
Straight up.
For real.
Back in the day. And how much Air Max fell off for a while. Like that's now like a $2,000, $3,000 sneaker dead stock. And those red foam posits are retail at that
yeah, pretty much.
So that shows you.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Oh, that was tough,
That's
bros.
my top 3.
That was so tough. Thank you for participating in the top 3. I'm sure it's gonna change at the end of the month.
Yeah, we should do. If we do it again, it'll be a different 3 pairs.
We should do like a capper for the end of Air Max month. Yeah, we should do that.
Pickups and whatnot. We can do that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying not to, but I'm gonna have some pickups for sure.
Come on. Whoa, come on now.
Come on, man.
All right. Yo, thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought of our choices. Hit us up with your top 3 of your best 3 or top or whatever in no specific order. Let us know what else you want to see from us, from CGS to the max. Like the video. Kuya Joel, what else do they do?
Smash the subscribe button.
Make sure you hit us up on Instagram at Canada Got Soul. Check out our podcast. It is called True to Size. And yo, keep an eye out on our website. We're going to have some stuff for you guys. That's canadagotsoul.ca. We've been CGS, and we are out. Peace.